their mark on the car of Sid Vicious.
And Sid is literally beside himself. Hold on. And that's Big Sid getting out.
Oh, here we go.
Big Papa Pump.
With the bat.
Oh, what the hell did he just do?
Scam! Scam!
Sid Vicious is unconscious in the car, and Bret Hart's behind the wheel of the monster truck.
An NWO monster truck.
Oh my God! They're crushing the car! And Bret Hart has arrived. And there's Sid Vicious.
Hey, he is here.
Neck brace and all, he's doing a job on him.
We have arrived at the following decision. The man unanimously voted to lead WCW into the next millennium, Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious will face me for the world title. But first of all, Sid's gonna have to do a little test.
Sid Vicious, the NWO, and Kevin Nash are putting a roadblock up.
The Harris brothers against Sid Vicious.
How can they expect to stop me with a roadblock flying like a monster truck out of control?
Tonight's match, if Sid Vicious uses the power bomb, he will automatically forfeit the match, and the winner will be Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
It's not fair.
And here he comes.
The fans are on their feet. Kevin Nash, Sid Vicious. One of these men leave Los Angeles as the new world's heavyweight champion.
Here comes the U.S. champ, Jeff Jarrett, and Jarrett gets hammered.
Whoa!
Nash gets whacked. 1, 2, 3.
He got it! What a great move by Sid! He outsmarted the NWO. Ladies and gentlemen, Thunder is on the air. The superstars of WCW set to do battle with the NWO on the Superstation TBS. You are looking at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Yes, we're on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight you will see the new world heavyweight champion, Sid Vicious, the man who against all odds defeated Kevin Nash Monday in Los Angeles, California, to put World Championship Wrestling back on track. And as we look above the ring, cage heat hangs overhead. The huge and dangerous steel structure is here. But the question is, why? Now let's take you to our broadcast colleague in the ring, Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, Las Vegas, Nevada, America, and the world, I have got some fantastic news for you. This past Monday, on Nitro, we crowned a brand new, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. This man had the big task of having to go through the NWO. He survived it all, and this man now holds the crown jewel of sports. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome new champion, Sid Vicious.
Mike Tenay, Tony Schiavone, and Scott Hudson joining Gene Okerlund. And guys, have you recovered yet from the Sid Vicious victory party that started in California and crossed state lines into Nevada?
I'm certain we've committed several offenses we better not discuss, but that's been an all-out party since Big Sid put the NWO 6 feet under at the Staples Center 2 nights ago on Nitro. Through the Harris Brothers roadblock, right through Big Sexy Kevin Nash, all the way to the mountaintop, the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
And Tony, it's almost as if we can feel that momentum swing to World Championship Wrestling now that WCW has that most prestigious championship in our sport.
Well, Mike, you're right. It feels good. It feels good on a number of fronts. First of all, because he represents WCW, but also because Sid Vicious always has given us 100%.
You know, Tony and Mike, I sipped a little bit of the bubbly in the two-day celebration that we have gone through. Sid Vicious, of course, the WCW Executive Committee, last week assigned you the task of having to meet the NWO in order to get to the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. You did just that. Here tonight in Las Vegas, this crowd is on its feet as they welcome you to town. The celebration continues. You have got to be on top of the world.
See me, Gene. I had only one thing on my mind when I went into the ring that night, and it was one thing, that I was there to stand for WCW. But the question I have to ask, and I really don't know why, that the executive board of WCW choose me. But I was proud of that, and I wanted them to be proud of the decision they made and not be one of regret. So I did what I had to do, and I came up on top. After all they tried to do, they tried to stop me. They tried to outlaw the power bomb. But still, I was able to come up on top and able to walk out here with the belt tonight. Why? The only reason, maybe it was meant to be. See, it wasn't meant for the NWO to have all power over WCW. No. It wasn't meant to be for them to always come up on top. Kevin Nash and the Outsiders. The only thing I can say is this, that I won the WCW title, but I will not be happy until I win an unconditional victory over the NWO.
Almost as if on cue. There's the music. The New World Order theme. And it looks like the NWO troops, led by the Commissioner Kevin Nash, are headed out to the stage area.
Looks like they brought in their own reinforcements. Take a look at that sight. Hall and Nash and Steiner and Jarrett and the Harris boys. And the arm dressing also.
And the commissioner has a microphone in his hand as well. I'm sure we'll hear his commentary about the new world champion, Sid Vicious.
You know, as commissioner, there's a lot of things I have to do that at times sicken me. But I have to abide by the rules and regulations that, of course, I myself have set. The stipulations of the Roadblock match, Sid, was that you had to beat one of the Harris brothers to go on and face me. And if you did not defeat that Harris brother, then I would take the World Championship belt via forfeit. Can you please show the B-roll? An outlawed power bomb. Now it's clear to see that he's beaten the wrong man. He's beaten the man with the tie-on, not the man that was legal. Referee now understanding his mistake, starts the 10 count, and Sid is counted out.
That didn't even air on Nitro.
As I stated before, it sickens me, but Sid, rules are rules, and at this time, you need to relinquish the heavyweight belt and give it to its rightful owner, the commissioner, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. After all he went through?
It's a travesty.
David Penzer, could you please stand up and remove the belt from the imposter champion standing before us?
What? They're going to have our ring announcer, Dave Penzer?
Get that belt now!
Strip Sid of the title?
You want to pay your mortgage? Get the belt, Penzer!
Really
rules are rules!
Really a tough spot for David Penzer. I mean, Sid Vicious may just bludgeon David Penzer here for even getting close to him.
And Sid's got a short
Sid,
fuse.
if you don't give the belt up, we're going to come down and take it.
What's he gonna do?
A rule is a rule.
And Kevin Nash is the boss.
It's an abuse of power. An absolute power play by the commissioner, Kevin Nash.
Now, Sid, because I'm such a fair man, you're probably wondering what the steel cage is doing standing above you.
We've all been wondering that.
Huge.
Tonight, Sid, you'll have one more opportunity, and one only, to win the belt back. That's right, a cage match against me, the champion.
Whoa!
Has Nash lost it?
And the Harris brother that you did not beat. The stipulations are this. The powerbomb is again illegal.
What?
And you must pin me, the commissioner, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, in order to win the belt. Have yourself a wonderful evening.
Oh, is that brutal? Kevin Nash is the boss, and he's flaunting that power, and look at that. The world's heavyweight title belt is back with the NWO. And hello once again, everyone, from
The
ringside.
greatest three-time...
Mike Tenay, joined by Tony Schiavone and Scott Hudson. And gentlemen, we just heard it made official tonight here on Thunder. Main event matchup has been set. Caged heat in a three-way dance. Sid Vicious versus Kevin Nash versus Ron Harris with the world's title at stake. Plus on this program, we will see the Total Package take on Buff Bagwell. In a return match from Monday Nitro, Vampiro issued the challenge, and it's been accepted by Kidman. Also, we will see one-on-one, the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow, against Finley in six-man tag team actions. The Mamalukes and the Disco Inferno will face 3 count. That all here tonight on Thunder. And Tony, I have to get your reaction to what just went down. Not only was Sid stripped of the title, but now Nash has booked our three-way main event.
How much does one man have to take to overcome these odds by the NWO? Sid Vicious has proved himself over and over again. I said it when he was going to the ring. He's given more than 100%, but still, you got to wonder what kind of man Kevin Nash, the commissioner, is to do this to Sid Vicious. But I guess, Mike and Scott, we shouldn't be surprised. He is the commissioner. It gives him power to do things like this.
Also on this program, Terry Funk vowed to bring reinforcements to Thunder, but Funk is here, Arn Anderson is here, but we don't know who the reinforcements are.
We've heard the rumors. We know what the internet says, the hotline, everything else. We've heard the rumors. Are they true? We'll find out tonight on Thunder.
Now let's go backstage to our broadcast colleague, Gene Okerlund. Gene, take it away.
Maestro, you claim to be one of the world's great entertainers and musicians. Well, we're here in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. I see the likes of Streisand, David Cassidy, Siegfried and Roy, Wayne Newton, Tom Jones, Rod Stewart. But there's no mention of the Maestro here.
What? Are you trying to insult the Maestro's intelligence? This is the very town that the Maestro made famous. Wayne Newton, Gene, please. I taught him the Dagger Shank. Well, you see, if you weren't so busy nursing those itty-bitty one-of-me nickel and dime machines, you would know that the Maestro performances will sell out for many millenniums to come. Because the Maestro is the star of the show, and his time has come, and his legacy will not be denied no longer. And nobody, and I mean nobody, disgraces the Maestro in his town, Las Vegas. You dismissed. Come on, Cindy, let's go.
How rude.
Kev, you split the cost with him?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll split it.
Yeah, he works for the magazine. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
We don't care what it is.
Yeah, whatever it costs.
Come on,
Hey,
really.
Kev,
no,
Kev,
he
man,
will
what's
last
up?
longer
So
than
you
all
got this
that.
championship belt here, you know? Right? The way these girls turned me upside down last night, inside and out, took me around the world, never left the room. Got to give it to the girls.
And I'm moving to another floor. I don't want to be on the same floor as him anymore. It was unreal.
You were amazing.
Hey, how about the Harris boys? How about the Harris boys last night?
Harris boys.
They
got the Vegas attire on.
Hey,
Guys.
Grouch. I knew, Scotty got, anyway, the girls got kinky in the lap. They kicked us out of the casino, but Scotty, should we show them what we brought?
What do we got, guys? Live TV?
Can
they handle it?
No, I mean the other thing. That's the way.
Right.
Yeah, bring them in, guys. Grouch, just for you, we're not allowed in the casino, but this is casino NWO style.
Well, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, but I think the NWO is taking it a little far.
I don't think they can take it far enough. Did you get a load of that arm candy they had backstage? Now they've got gambling? Please.
And here's a man that called himself Mr. Vegas, of all things, the Maestro, Tony.
He said no one would embarrass him or disgrace him in the town that he made. Mike, you lived here. I've been coming here for many years. I never remember him performing at Bally's or at Caesars or here at the MGM Grand. Do you?
Never. I mean, not even in a bad lounge act. I don't ever
Matter of
remember
fact,
the
last
Maestro.
year at this time, we hadn't even heard of him.
I'm fairly certain that Bugsy Siegel, no relation, had a lot to do with founding Vegas.
Now, the Maestro has made the claim that he is Mr. Vegas and he's back in his hometown here at the MGM Grand. Guys, how about those stipulations set down by the boss? Commissioner Kevin Nash once again stacking things certainly in the favor of the NWO tonight. That caged heat three-way dance and then factor in all the extra steps.
Banning the power bomb. It's a three-way dance, but in essence, it's a handicap contest with Ron Harris and the Commissioner Kevin Nash versus Sid Vicious, the World Heavyweight Championship at stake inside the caged heat here in Vegas.
Yeah, but then remember, Sid must beat Kevin Nash, and it's showgirl time.
What on earth?
There must be, what? There must be a dozen Las Vegas showgirls, and look how upset the Maestro is.
Well, do you blame him? Oh!
That's Screaming Norman! Look at that, Screaming Norman Smiley has one up the Maestro, and he's furious.
Talk about Mr. Vegas. Look at those showgirls. Look at Norman. Oh, wait. Never lost. Come on.
The Maestro's been outdone in his town.
He is living.
I would venture to say just about anyone who tries to come to the ring's been outdone tonight. I mean, I've never seen an entrance like this.
Look at that entourage.
And
Can we say that?
Yeah, I think Entourage is allowed on TBS.
And I would venture to say this looks a lot better for Screaming Norman than dressing up like a catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers or goalie for the Buffalo Sabres. He looks good in that white tux and top hat.
He's absolutely dapper. He's a picture of sartorial splendor.
Good night. Of what?
Say that again, Mike.
He's a picture of sartorial splendor.
Well, the showgirls.
You didn't even write that down. That's good.
Huh?
That's a great ad-lib, bud.
Look at this. Oh, hang on. Not the big wiggle. Then amongst the showgirls.
It was such a big wiggle, he lost his top hat.
And they're wiggling with it.
Good night. It is a mass big wiggle. Oh, please.
Whoa. Well, jealousy rears its ugly head as the Maestro attacks from behind. In this matchup, a hardcore bout between Screaming Norman and the Maestro, and Screaming Norman just got hardcore with that steel chair to the head.
There was no way the Maestro was going to sit idly by and let all this go on. All the color and all the... Watch out now, hold on!
I'm almost tempted to say there's no action in the ring, but
Oh, that would be way wrong.
Maestro, double stomp on the ladder across the chest of Smiley.
Wait a minute. Where's Norman headed? Oh, to the back, and he's got another chair. Oh! Put the chair up.
He's screaming.
I don't know if it was for protection to try and hit the Maestro, but it didn't pay off, and the Maestro just clobbered him from behind.
He has been shown up in his town, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Smiley.
Oh! Trash can twice to the head of the Maestro, and again, keep in mind, all of this is legal because of the hardcore rules, and now they're headed backstage.
Well, you know the hardcore contest always ends up back in the catacombs of the building.
Whoa, bottles of water and everything flying. We've never seen the Maestro this vicious. This is a different side of him than we've ever seen. Oh! Screaming Norman just put him through the table with the body slam.
Hardcore indeed. Oh.
Look at Symphony in the background looking on. She seems awfully concerned about... Wait a minute.
Yes. Good night.
Look at that. Was that the demon?
That looked like the demon, and I think Norman's fainted.
It scared him to death. That's the demon. Remember when Kiss was here in Vegas?
I got a lot of bosses, Jerry, but you're not one of them.
What kind of man?
Oh, it's okay. Just take some flatbacks, will you, pal? Kev, some more booze, Kev.
I like it. Deal him up. It's good to be the king of France. It's good to be the commissioner. But actually, the king of France. Yeah.
You ready to go, Lex?
Well, you know me, Liz. I'm always ready to go.
Oh, you look great.
Hey, how you like my commemorative chair? Just in case things rehab isn't quite painful enough, it's a little fresh reminder. Tonight, we start making examples of every guy in WCW.
Great idea.
I couldn't think of a better guy than Buff.
Well, we know what kind of friends they've always been.
Always been really tight. You got the bat?
Got the bat.
Well, I got the chair. We're ready.
Let's go.
It was this past Monday on Nitro when World Championship Wrestling kicked off the Cruiserweight Tournament, and Psychosis rolled up Kaz Hayashi to score the victory and advance in that Cruiserweight Tournament. Guys, it looks like the total package is really adding to his arsenal backstage as he and Elizabeth were talking things over, their strategy for the matchup against Buff Bagwell. He's got the baseball bat and the chair.
I don't know what exactly the total package has in store for Sting, but apparently that on-again, off-again friendship between the two is most definitely off again.
Well, he said tonight we start making examples of everyone in WCW, so what does that tell us? Maybe tonight starts a new chapter for the total package. Sting already knows about what the package and what Elizabeth can do and how vicious this duo can be. Speaking of vicious duos,
it's the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, led to the ring by Paisley. And guys, we've documented this in the past about the great talent roster, the depth of the cruiserweights here in WCW. And I think everyone agreed that the tournament was the best way to handle the crowning of a new world's cruiserweight champion. We saw a former title holder, Psychosis, advance in the tournament with the win over Kaz Hayashi on Nitro. And this is another first-round match in this single elimination event. You will see matches in upcoming weeks on this program as well as Nitro, all leading to Super Brawl, where we will crown a new Cruiserweight champion. That's February the 20th, live on pay-per-view from San Francisco, California.
it's going to be a good matchup, Mike. Here's Kid Romeo, who this past Monday didn't fare too well against the wall, but he's in the tournament now. Wonder how he's going to fare against a guy much more his size in the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea. If you think about what the artist used to be, he was a former television champion. As Prince Iakea, he was a fine competitor. I contend that maybe with Paisley and all this purple rain that's coming down, that he could have lost his focus, and we'll just see what he can do against a young man right out of the power plant.
And those of you that have been watching WCW Saturday Night right here on the Superstation TBS every Saturday at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, you can testify to Kid Romeo, and Scott the Prince, well, the artist formerly known as the Prince, is on the attack early, but we've been awfully impressed with Kid Romeo, especially on WCW Saturday Night.
Kid Romeo, a series of victories on Saturday night, earning his way onto Nitro and Thunder through nothing but hard work and ability. Fast press off the ropes, and Kid Romeo really is going to be taking it to the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea. Cruiserweight tournament matchup. They know one loss and you're bounced from the bracket.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Into the corner. He just whipped the artist into the turnbuckles with such impact that he went flying up and over the top and out to the floor. You know, Prince, I think, is going to try and regroup, and he's calling Paisley over.
This may come down to who has the most experience in the ring. I don't think there's any question that the artist has more experience than Kid Romeo, but I think we got some guests out at ringside. Do I see that from our vantage point here?
How can you miss them? Standards and practices.
And Miss Hancock.
How could we forget her, Tony?
Please.
What are they doing out here?
Why, have you noticed that standards and practices, I don't think they pass muster for standards and practices in that getup.
Yeah, look
What's
at that.
up? What happened to the suits?
Looks like wrestling attire almost.
And she doesn't like that at all.
That's Carney.
What?
Carney.
Wait a minute.
Back to the cruiserweight action, please.
But you know what? Standards and practices just walked away from Miss Hancock. And she's staying, and actually she's coming around ringside here with clipboard in hand.
Oh boy.
Maybe that means she needs a couple of new guys, Mike.
Well, I'll be standards if you'll be practices.
You got it.
Oh,
Somebody hose Tony off.
excuse me.
Right here.
What does it say on that clipboard?
You're looking at the clipboard?
Well, if the writing was just a little bit bigger.
There's a match in the ring.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by her clipboard. And Kid Romeo doing quite well in this tournament matchup. What an opportunity it is for the kid. But the artist stopped him. Spun him around.
That clipboard
Look at that.
says something about limited power of attorney.
Tony, please sit down.
Just doing my job here.
The glancing enziguri kick by Kid Romeo. Heads to the corner, now mounts the top rope. Missile drop kick off the top. Can Kid Romeo get the win here over the artist and advance in the tournament? Goes for the cover, hook of the leg, and a 2 count. Look at Paisley interfere from outside.
We don't see her become physically involved, if ever. That's the first time she's put her hands on anybody that's an opponent for the artist.
Great inverted move that time by the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, and he calls that the Paisley Park of all things, and he scores the win, and the artist advances in the Cruiserweight tournament.
Well, he certainly Paisley parked Kid Romeo in the center of the ring. Keep your eye on this athlete, Kid Romeo, but I tell you what, the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, that was an impressive victory. He may be a sleeper in this Cruiserweight tournament.
I need a report. Miss Hancock took a lot of notes during that match, by the way.
You write this down? How's that, brother? I thought we were supposed to have some entertainment, Jeff.
Don't. Me and Big Papa part weird. Bring him in, Scotty.
Where's this guy?
Kev, check this out. Check this out. Now you gotta remember, we were pretty hammered. We were pretty hammered.
NWO Casino. Are you having a good time tonight?
Wayne Slapnuts.
I had a request to sing. Do you want to hear me sing?
Wait a second.
Hey there.
We wanted Elvis. Get the hell out of here.
And welcome back, everyone, to Thunder. Yet to come in this broadcast, the caged heat three-way dance for the world's heavyweight title. Sid Vicious stripped of the belt by Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, Sid Vicious, and one of the Harris brothers to be involved in caged heat. And here comes the Demon, Tony. It was just several months ago, right here in this same arena, that we saw Kiss as well as the debut of the Demon.
In the image of Gene Simmons of Kiss, the Demon comes out to wrestle here on Thunder. I want to tell you something. This is a very creepy look. What an entrance this is for this guy. And we're looking for good things from him here in World Championship Wrestling.
Talk about a great unknown, the Demon, the God of Thunder himself, makes his way to the ring. What a spectacular debut he made in this very building last Halloween Havoc with Kiss. Our first look at him in the ring.
Yes, this is is going to be his debut in ring for World Championship Wrestling. And guys, I can tell you, he didn't draw an easy opponent by any means, because the Demon is set tonight to face none other than the hardcore legend, our former commissioner, Terry Funk, of all people.
Somehow I knew that if there was a line forming to be the first test for Demon in WCW, Terry Funk would be at the head of that line.
Pretty good test. And the Demon, we're going to find out exactly, right out of the starting block, exactly what this man is made of. I think we know about Terry Funk. We knew about Terry Funk before his return to WCW. A man who will not be beaten. A man who literally wills himself to continue when it looks like his body cannot. It's mind over matter here. It's a man with the biggest heart in all of wrestling. And here he comes. It's an amazing sight to see him walk to the ring each and every week.
And how about this past Monday on Nitro? That wild matchup between Terry Funk and Bam Bam Bigelow. I didn't think there was any way for Terry Funk to survive, but not only did he survive, he also thrived against Bigelow.
Never ever count Terry Funk out from his very first World Championship reign back in 1977 until here in the year 2000, still the hardcore legend, and no one you want to sell short inside that squared circle.
As Bobby Heenan said, if Terry Funk is breathing, you can never count him out. Yet to come also in this broadcast, exclusive footage from 3 Count's appearance earlier today at the Nitro Grill here in Las Vegas. Anybody hear how that went?
I've heard rumors about what went down at the Nitro Grill here in Vegas, and suffice to say that 3 Count, Mike, you're not going to like them any more than you already do after we see this footage.
Heard they had a good crowd. We'll just have to wait and see. And would you take a look at what's going on? I mean, the Demon had a pretty good right-hand punch, but Terry Funk returned fire, and then Funk with those headbutts now just keeps the man down on the mat.
Terry Funk certainly turning things around after that quick bit of offense from the Demon in the early going, and Funk has hung out to dry there on the ring ropes, and the Demon just pushed him out to the apron and out to the floor.
Those headbutts on the Demon took it out of Terry Funk too. The Demon came away much the better there.
Terry Funk a little wobbly still from those headbutts. Right hand by the Demon to the jaw of Terry Funk. They're going to send him now. Oh, reversal by Funk. Oh! Turned the Demon upside down and put him back first into the safety rail.
And Terry Funk isn't finished with the Demon yet.
We have seen there is no chair, there is no object, there is nothing that can keep Terry Funk down. But let's talk about his offense as well. Reverse neck breaker on that one. Terry Funk not only can handle what you have, Terry Funk can dish it down. Now that's frustration about what the NWO has done. Frustration about coming here as commissioner and no longer being a part.
Another neck breaker from Terry Funk. The lateral press, the cover, and another 2 count from referee Nick Patrick. And you saw Funk, oh, he's going to do it again. Right in the face of Nick Patrick, look out!
He took a swing at the referee!
Oh. And the Demon just caught him with a low blow.
You got to give the Demon some credit. He's battled this man.
Taking advantage of the opening.
Oh, good move.
Double underhook, the butterfly suplex, the takeover by the Demon.
And I don't know if you want to make the Demon too mad.
Yeah, but don't let Terry Funk up. He let him get to his feet. Well, then you think about it. Make him expend some energy to get up. But once Funk can stand up, that's where he's the most trouble. Keep him down on the mat.
He's not going down from those right hands from the Demon.
Series of rights. Went for the backhand, missed that. Terry Funk grabbing on a form of the abdominal stretch and now rolls him up. See that rolling him around the ring.
It's the old Kiwi roll.
Sure it is. Direct from Australia, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And 2 and 3, and he beat him.
He beat the Demon.
Wow, how about that? Terry Funk defeated the Demon in his debut in World Championship Wrestling.
I mean, with the Kiwi roll, no less.
Terry Funk is the most amazing man in all of WCW.
He's so unpredictable, he's Terry Funk. Welcome back, everyone, to Thunder. I have word that at some point during this broadcast, we hopefully will hear the final word from Kimberly Page addressing that situation between her husband, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, and Buff Bagwell. And guys, I want to get some comments on that very strange situation involving those three. But as Vampiro makes his way to the ring, this is what went down this past Monday on Nitro. Vampiro and Kidman went at it. It was a very hard-fought contest, Scott Hudson.
Two men who will lead WCW through the new millennium did battle on Nitro, and Vampiro took the measure of Kidman until out of nowhere, Kidman in the corner, the Hurricane Rana. That spelled the end of Vampiro and Kidman, and a happy zebra, Torrie Wilson, came out on top.
And of course, we heard the challenge as well on Nitro that was issued by this man, Vampiro, and it was accepted by Kidman. Guys, let's talk about it. The final word from Kimberly Page. I think maybe once and for all tonight, we can put an end to all that speculation.
Hopefully we can. I mean, she was very evasive with Gene Okerlund not too long ago. That's been one of the burning questions in WCW. Did she or didn't she? Was there anything? Should there have been too much made of what's going on? She's a beautiful woman. You know the accusations are going to fly, especially when you have a husband who's on the road a lot. And hopefully we'll spell the end of it here tonight.
And speaking of beautiful women, Kidman accompanied to the ring by the lovely Torrie Wilson. Guys, I just lost my train of thought again.
I'm not surprised. Words can barely describe Torrie Wilson, and words can barely describe the talent of the two men involved in this matchup. Kidman and Vampiro. A rematch from last Monday night on Nitro. Kidman came out on top, but it's almost inarguable that Vampiro dominated that match before Kidman got the surprise win.
Off the gut wrench suplex, Vampiro goes for the submission move and attempted a cross arm breaker, but Kidman wisely makes his way to the ropes.
I really think this match, the challenge was made by Vampiro not out of anger, but out of respect for Kidman. He wanted to come in and prove that the domination that you talked about, Scott, last night was no fluke, that he should have won the match. And right now, he's proving to us. He's proving it. Where were we here?
This is Kidman versus
Okay,
Vampiro.
I saw Torrie there, and I lost my train of thought. Proving to us that it was no fluke.
Well, from the tone of his interview after the match, it did seem like there was respect on the part of Vampiro, and he just out and out wanted to even the score. And Kidman, what a series in the corner of overhand rights and lefts, has Vamp in trouble.
And Torrie likes it at ringside. Oh!
Wow!
That's Vampiro knowing his ring positioning at all times.
Now he's going to take him out onto the arena floor, and the reversal by Kidman. And shoulder first goes Vamp into the safety rail. Now where's he heading? Right out here in front of us. Whoa! Look out!
Wow! Good night!
Whoa!
Just wiped out the whole Bigelow.
The whole broadcast position that time.
They're still here.
Get him back,
now,
in the ring.
Please.
Oh.
What on earth?
Well, you could see that she's pretty upset and concerned. As great as Kidman is, not too many people can take those many blows, especially, oh, look at that move, especially here on this very firm, hard table that we've got.
Cover a 2 count by Vampiro on Kidman as the action gets back into the ring. Trying to dry off here at the broadcast position.
Kidman! Single leg hook, no.
And
What
another
a
2 count.
Unbelievable counter maneuver by Kidman.
You're getting Kidman up in the air, and then he can dominate you.
Look at Vamp fight him off, drops down, gets 2 and... No, only 2.
Well, the Vamp has the superior size here. He needs to use that, continue to use it, keep Kidman grounded.
Two superb athletes. This is the future of wrestling right here, these two gentlemen.
The slide through by Vampiro, going to take him up on his shoulders. Kidman trying to fight him off. Where do you take him from here? Roll up. 1, 2, and kick out by Vamp.
Very hard to hold him down. He's so strong.
Oh!
His legs are so strong, and there's an evident right there.
Standing side kick. 2, and Kidman got the shoulder up.
What you're seeing on the face of Vampiro is the respect he has for Kidman growing. He has thrown everything he has at Kidman, and Kidman still is kicking out.
Seeing some frustration there as well, Scott.
Exactly. Oh!
Out of the corner, Kidman drives him face first to the mat. Gonna roll him over. Gonna bring him out to the corner.
Kidman, he has taken everything Vampiro has to offer, and now Kidman is gonna take it up top. Oh!
And Vamp was ready for him there. Stopped him as Kidman maybe was headed up to the top for the shooting star press. Now up on the shoulder. Oh, look at that! Nail in the coffin off the ropes. Gets two and he evened the score.
What a victory! Vampiro over Kidman. Kidman, just like a tough old shoe, can take everything you want to dish out, but Vampiro was the better man tonight on Thunder.
A great move by Vampiro. He went up on the ropes with him, but didn't go too far. He stayed pretty much grounded and got the win.
And he evened things up, one win apiece. Here's the total package, and Elizabeth, they're headed to the arena.
With a chair and a bat.
Yeah, up next, here on Thunder. This is who the total package will face. It's the total package and Buff Bagwell next.
Oh, wow. And Vegas is one of the few places that a good pair will be the full house.
That looks like a full pair to me. Kev, get the door now. Get the door now, monkey.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on here, guys. What the heck's going on? What is this, some kind of a... Sorry, guys, close
I understand there's some unregulated gambling going on in here, and we need to speak to the person in charge.
Oh, the person in charge. That
Yes,
would, hold on a second, I'll get it.
Officer, is there a problem?
Looks like the NWO is having a few problems with the local authorities.
That guy was in charge of the party?
What do you mean, they just sent that lounge lizard out there to talk to the gaming officials?
What?
Now compare what we have seen with what should be going through the mind of Sid Vicious right now. A man who's done everything, a man who has battled and scraped and deserves to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Relinquished the belt tonight. Probably in the back right now, pacing, focusing on what he got ahead of him. And the other guys are having a party.
Talk about the picture of confidence. Well, they should be. It's 2 against 1 inside the caged heat.
Yeah, and the power bomb's been banned as well. No wonder they're so confident. And don't forget, for Sid to win the world's title, he has to beat Kevin Nash.
That's the main event, a 3-way dance inside the caged heat. Ron Harris, Kevin Nash, and Sid Vicious. That's later on.
And what about the reinforcements? We saw Terry Funk here earlier, and we heard him on Nitro, where he vowed that he would have reinforcements. We saw Funk. I know Arn Anderson is here as well, but who else could it be? We've heard everything from Roddy Piper to Ric Flair mentioned.
And of course, then you throw those two names out, it could be anybody. Remember a few weeks ago when we were in Buffalo, New York? Did we ever expect to see George the Animal Steel, Tito Santana, Jimmy Superfly Snuka? So fans, just in the back of your mind right now, think about all the possibilities of who could show up here tonight in Las Vegas, and it could be anyone. I can tell you this right now, with what's going on with Sid, with what's going on with Terry Funk, we are in the midst of what could become a big war right here in Las Vegas between WCW and the NWO here tonight.
Meanwhile in the ring, the total package, that is ripped, jacked, and shredded. He looks incredible, and so does Elizabeth.
Tony, you were talking about that war. Think about the situation involving this man, the total package, and Sting. And we saw something go down this past Monday on Nitro with an appearance at the back of the arena that certainly took the total package out of his game.
Yeah, we sure did, and I think we haven't seen the last of it. I think the total package realizes that you can keep Sting down, but not for long. Sting and the total package were very close friends at one time. Same could be said about the total package and Buff Bagwell. Workout partners, former friends. But let's not forget, that was when he was Lex Luger. He buried Lex Luger. He became this egomaniac called the total package. And he's told us, starting tonight, he's going to take them all down. What does that mean?
We had heard that Sting was due back in World Championship Wrestling near the end of this month. And after what went down Monday on Nitro, guys, I'm just expecting that an in-ring return cannot be far off.
Sting has always been the type of guy to play the mind games, and he may take it to a new extreme. We said the end of the month. Sting may wait longer. Sting may come before the end of the month. We got about another week to go. So the time bomb is ticking, so to speak.
And who will ever forget that vicious attack by the Total Package on Sting? And remember the role that Miss Elizabeth played.
She swerved Sting. She swerved us all. We thought her loyalties were with the Stinger, and she showed her true colors. She is loyal to the core, to the Total Package.
Well, she's more than loyal, Scott. She's dangerous.
Exactly.
And I've known her for years. We've all followed her career. We all knew she was a very, not only beautiful, but a polite lady. We never thought in our wildest dreams that Elizabeth could do what she did to Sting. If she can do that to Sting, what is she going to do to anybody else that gets in the path of the Total Package?
She brought the bat out here. The Total Package brought the chair. It's not even a hardcore matchup.
No, but they came well armed for this contest against Buff Bagwell. And speaking of Buff, we understand that Gene Okerlund will be talking with Kimberly Page later tonight, and maybe we'll finally get that situation all squared away. Maybe we'll get to dispel all those rumors involving Buff Bagwell, Kimberly Page, and Diamond Dallas Page, Kimberly's husband.
How about this, guys? How about the name that the Total Package threw out last night, or the other night on WCW Monday Nitro?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, when we were in Los Angeles. Is that amazing or what? That shows you the confidence the man has. More than confidence, though. He's got some sort of plan. I don't think there's any question.
Total Package was recounting for everyone his career highlights and claimed that he had even eclipsed everything that Hulk Hogan had during his career. Running clotheslines out of the corner by the Total Package has Buff Bagwell in trouble, but well, the Total Package goes to the pose down. Rather than trying to inflict more pain and punishment, now he puts the boots to Buff.
This is certainly a much more vicious Total Package than we've seen of late. You talk about a plan, Tony, that the package has. I agree with you 100%. What we're seeing is the Total Package get ready to institute that plan against Sting when Sting returns, supposedly later this month.
Well, Scotty's always been, and not always been, but over the past couple of months, even reluctant to get into a fight. But not the case here tonight, and I think you make a good point. The closer it gets to the impending return of Sting, the more he has picked up the intensity, and I like to see this. I like to see a guy who we know can go.
2 count.
Not really back down at all. This is the type of guy that we always knew the Total Package was, a fighter. He is more than just a great body.
Deliberate, methodical, yet so effective. The offensive attack in 2, and Bagwell got the shoulder up. What a series of elbow drops delivered by the Total Package to the chest of Buff Bagwell.
You got to wonder, is Buff Bagwell distracted, knowing full well that later Kimberly Page is going to tell the truth for once and for all about the rumors about she and Buff.
Bagwell springs off the middle rope, drops down, gets 2 in. Only 2. Bagwell quickly to his feet, but I don't think he was prepared for that. Total Package just nailed him with the low blow.
You may not like the low blow, and we've seen it so many times that we think that they've got to do something about it. But the way he executed it, how quickly he put it on, so quickly as he was getting up, he hit it. The referee didn't see it. Hey, the Total Package is looking good here tonight.
The inverted atomic drop off the ropes, the clothesline, and another clothesline by Bagwell. Total Package to his feet, catches the boot in the midsection, running, spinning neck breaker off the ropes by Buff, and could it be blockbuster time?
High sign.
Look at her.
And Elizabeth, what'd she just grab? Is that the baseball bat?
She grabbed the bat.
There it is, Buff blockbuster by Bagwell, and Elizabeth's in the ring. Oh, good night. She just struck again.
I tell you guys, something's got to be done about this, because she is going to seriously injure wrestlers with antics like this in a baseball bat. Bagwell is out, and let's not forget the neck injury he suffered.
She just waffled him with that baseball bat.
Oh! Now total package again. Referee calls for the bell. Bagwell's going to win this on a disqualification, but the total package continues to assault Bagwell with the baseball bat.
He said he was going to send a message.
Now what? Come on.
He has destroyed that right arm with the ball bat. And now he works on the left arm. Here come the referees, but I think they're too late. I think the damage has been done here.
Think about this attack, so reminiscent of what they did to Sting. And there's that, look at this, the arm in the chair, just like he did to Sting.
Message sent, message received from the total package.
Yeah, he's out of control.
And thankfully, security gets in the way. Buff Bagwell in rough shape. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada, where one of the highlights of any visit to this great city has to be your opportunity to check out World Championship Wrestling's own Nitro Grill restaurant. Now, I understand that earlier this afternoon, the tag team of 3 Count held an autograph session at the Nitro Grill for all of their fans. They were lined up around the block. They had to call in extra security. It went down earlier today. Now let's go to the videotape of 3 Count at the Grill. And here you see the footage from the Nitro Grill, the crowd that was on hand, and there you see 3 Count. They've got their Sharpie pens in hand. They've got their autograph pads, but...
Hey, are you guys the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah. You want an autograph?
No.
They tried to claim they were the Backstreet Boys for
That was
one thing.
one fan.
Hey, 3 Count autograph session. Too bad nobody bothered to show up.
Who you guys trying to impress, huh? 3 Count and out. The backdoor boys, huh? You guys got bad hair, you guys got bad clothes, you guys can't wrestle, and you sing lousy, and your damn moves ain't worth nothing. You guys are terrible. You're lousy. Bunch of punks.
You got a problem with the 3 Count?
Talking to me, Pooh?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What do you mean you're talking to him, man? You better just stay out of his face, huh?
Face you in,
Yeah,
big
I'm
boy.
in his face,
I want to thank everybody again for your fan mail in Las Vegas.
Hope they had more fan mail than they had fans at the Nitro Grill earlier today.
I'll tell you what, Cruiserweight Brawl at the Nitro Grill, that's the norm. And there was a Cruiserweight Brawl today, but not for these guys.
They're like a bad rag. You can't get rid of it.
For once, I agree with you.
Hey, somebody cut their music. How about that?
Thankfully, someone pulled the plug on 3 Count.
They look like they're ready to work at Home Depot.
Oh, yeah, with the orange shirts.
Yeah.
6-man tag team action here on Thunder. 3 Count. Evan Courageous and company already in the ring. And here come the World Tag Team title holders, the Mama Lukes and the Disco Inferno. And this trio is set to face 3 Count. And guys, we finally did it. Well, that's not exactly spelled right, but nonetheless, we finally have figured out what a Mama Luke is. And we have to send out a special thanks to Mark Francis with WCW Research?
WCW Research and Continuity Division. Mark Francis found out that it's slang for knucklehead or buffoon.
Whoa! A great move. Flying up and over the top by 3 Count. Evan Courageous with the springboard, and Shane Helms up on top. Whoa! Somersault flip off the top, and down goes Big Vito. Well, for all their musical shortcomings, they're certainly not afraid to dish out a slew of high-risk moves just like that.
Looks like a train wreck right here in front of us. Shane Helms, Shannon Moore, and Evan Courageous putting their bodies on the line against the Mama Lukes. The title's not at stake here at 6-man tag team action.
Cover on Big Vito by Shane Helms and a 2 count from referee Billy Silverman. Now they're going to double team on Big Vito. Shannon Moore in to join Shane Helms. And the double suplex takeover. And now Shannon Moore
What's that?
Drops down with a leg drop across the chest of Big Vito. Guys, Big Vito hasn't even had a chance to get his leather jacket off.
You know what we're seeing here, I mean, think about it. There's no title on the line here. It's a six-man match, so oh my goodness. Why would 3 Count risk their bodies at the beginning of the match like they did? That were spectacular high-risk maneuvers. You call that a mafia kick?
I think we can.
I think we can, yes. I think if they're so upset about what really went down today, that they let their tempers get the better of them there, and they almost lost their careers on the outside. That was amazing what they did to start the match.
Tag is into a fresh person from the 3-man team of the Mamalukes and Disco Inferno. It's Johnny the Bull. The boot to the midsection, the elevation. Shane Helms lifted high above.
Look at that power.
Press slam. Oh, that's phenomenal.
3 presses and threw him up in the air.
And the tag into the Disco Inferno, he'd been extending his hand across the ring rope. He wants to get in here and see if he can finish him off.
Well, that's because Shane Helms just got gorilla press slammed by Johnny the Bull.
Well, you know, Disco let somebody else do all the work and then come in and take all the glory.
How dare you say that about the manager of champions?
What?
He may be the biggest Mamaluke of them all.
I agree.
You're going to stick up for the Disco Inferno?
I'm kidding, of course.
Off the middle rope. That elbow drop was nowhere close to connecting.
Finally, Shane makes the tag.
Evan Courageous in. Flying forearm to the head of Johnny the Bull. The reversal by Johnny the Bull sends Courageous into the ropes.
Wow.
Fez press off the ropes and series of right hands to the side of the head by Courageous of 3 count.
Mike, I want to tell you something here. I agree with you about the music, about their horrible attempts to sing and dance, but these 3 kids can go. I don't think there's any question about this. These guys can perform, and they're only going to get better with more ring time.
You know, they're starting to win me over. As wrestlers, that is.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I agree with that.
Although it's a non-title contest, can you imagine how quickly 3 Count would vault up the rankings if they scored the victory here on Thunder?
It's really broken down now with all 6 men in the action. Bodies flying everywhere. I've lost track of who may be legal, and I think so has everyone else, including the referee.
I agree fully.
Now the double team from the tag champs.
I thought it was Evan Courageous at one time.
Oh, and a double slam, and the back of Shannon Moore's head went down with such impact. The whiplash effect as he went down to the mat.
The Mamalukes look tough. And 3 Count, they've given it their all, but the Mamalukes are dominating right now.
Looks like they were having words with Disco.
Well, there's one determining factor in what's been going on here, is that the Mamalukes outweigh 3 Count.
Left the last dance, hook of the leg, the cover, and they got it. Johnny the Bull scores the win for the trio of the Mamalukes and the Disco Inferno.
It got down to the size issue here. These 3 Mamalukes, including the Disco Inferno, are simply bigger physically than 3 Count.
I looked everywhere back there. Let's check down here. Hey, Billy, you seen Sid now? I haven't seen him. Is it, you sure? Check back here. Let's check back here. Hey, Vicious. Vicious back here. Is he in there? No. Nothing. Let's try this other door. Somebody said they saw him earlier. Probably back there.
Where'd they see him?
Hey, Vicious! It's much earlier back that way. Vicious, you back here?
Sid!
Kev.
They even took the bar.
Yeah, that got heat with me. Now, what's the deal, though?
All right, they took our gaming tables.
Right.
They took our slot machines.
Right.
Took our money.
Right.
But you know what?
What?
This business has always been about this.
You're right, Kev.
It's been about the gold.
You're right, Kev.
We still got the US belt.
You're right, Kev.
We still got the world belt.
You're right, Kev.
Hey, did the US give up and the Germans bought Brawl?
No.
Did this company fold when Lincoln got shot by Oswald?
No.
Let's go out and put the old guys over.
We already did
Let's
that.
go out and kick Sid's ass.
Well, maybe the New World Order members are finally putting their game faces on.
I'm almost sure the Germans did not bomb Pearl Harbor.
Are you positive?
No.
Tony, are you still with us?
I tell you, they may make light of what's going to go down, but in this cage with Sid and he's back to the wall, Sid is a guy who goes right straight ahead. They're having a good, they had their good time.
Whoa!
What happened there?
Jerry Flynn attacking Booker T from behind. These two scheduled for a one-on-one contest, but Jerry Flynn's not waiting for the bell. Now the match has officially begun. We just heard the bell finally sound, and Flynn continues his onslaught on the arena floor.
They haven't even been in the ring yet, and it's, not been the best week for Booker T.
Well, it certainly hasn't. Problems galore with brother Stevie Ray. What a kick by Flynn, as well as Big T.
And his lights turned out last Monday night.
And the problems run very deep because, as you probably know, or even may not know, there is no worse headache than a family problem. When you have a family problem, you get your emotions involved. Police will tell you that's what they do not want to respond to. They don't want to respond to a domestic dispute. So you got to realize that even though physically he can go, mentally right now, Booker T has to be really torn apart.
Oh! Missed the kick in the corner. Maybe the opening that Booker T needs. Chance to switch the momentum on his side. There's the axe kick to the back of the head of Flynn, and quickly up to his feet. Booker T's ready. Caught him with the side kick. Guys, can you believe Stevie Ray and Big T now referring to themselves as Harlem Heat, as Booker T off the ropes with the flying forearm, hook of the leg, gets two, and Flynn able to avoid the 3 count.
More fuel on the fire. That is the war between Stevie Ray and Booker T. Big T and Stevie Ray calling themselves Harlem Heat. Just a slap in Booker T's face. I would not want to be Stevie Ray or Big T.
Got him!
Oh! Out of nowhere with that one!
Great roll-up move by Booker T to score the victory over Jerry Flynn.
Showing you his versatility more than the axe kick and the Harlem side kick.
You're going out there by yourself against Nash and NWO. We got a plan, brother.
You don't have to worry. The whole dressing room's behind you. I've got a plan for the NWO.
Tear him up, big man.
Get him.
Go get him, Sid. It's going to be good.
Listen up, World Championship Wrestling fans in the Twin Cities. This Friday, Bobby Heenan and Medusa will be at the Target Center in Minneapolis when tickets go on sale. For Monday Nitro, returning to Minneapolis, the date of the live event will be February the 28th. You have a chance to pick up your tickets for Nitro, as well as meet the Brain and Medusa.
Going to be there from 10 a.m. till noon, Mike, and that's a treat on many fronts. Medusa is a great lady. She is wonderful to look at, and Heenan, of course, is the epitome of a lame brain.
What? Oh. The epitome of a lame brain.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's very entertaining, and he's very accommodating to the fans, I understand, during those ticket openings.
Oh, I'm sure he is. And
he's a Beverly Hills Mamalou.
Speaking of very entertaining, but not so friendly to the fans, here's the Cat.
Las Vegas, I love you!
He loves somebody for a change.
Wow.
You people begged me to come down and bring my red shoes with me. You people want to see me so bad, baby.
You think?
You can't get past those shoes.
But you know what, Las Vegas? I love this town, baby, but I hate you big, fat, nasty, out-of-shape fans.
No, can't be talking about her.
Sit down, old lady, before I come out there and take these red shoes and kick the dust off you. Come on, old man. Come on. Come on. You come on. Come on in here. You hear me? I'll knock those dentures out of your head. Come on. All right, shut up and sit down. He can't get over the rail. What is this? You people make me sick, but I tell you what, I'm gonna shake up the world, baby, and I'm gonna start right here in Vegas. Hit my music.
You think the Cats fan club grew in any membership here in LV?
Is he running for office?
He's got a few new moves, and here they are. Look at this.
Oh!
The Cats got new moves, but let's send it back to Mean Gene.
He got moves.
Kimberly Page After agonizing over personal problems for the last few months, it appears to me that you worked everything out between yourself and Diamond Dallas Page. Would you care to talk about that?
Yeah, it took some time, but we did talk things through, and we feel a lot better about our relationship. And we've even come to kind of a meeting of the minds about me being here in wrestling.
You've come to a meeting of the minds. Would that have anything to do with your role as a referee in a match recently between Diamond Dallas Page and Buff Bagwell? I don't know if that was a meeting of the minds, but you certainly had an opportunity to exert some influence.
Well, first of all, Gene, you know that I'm not a referee. I'm not trained as one. And Kevin Nash, our new commissioner, put that little match together for his own enjoyment. So I did the best I could to call it as I saw it. And quite frankly, the outcome of the match didn't affect the friendship between me and Marcus at all. He's totally okay with it.
Wait a minute, is Diamond Dallas okay with Buff? That's a question.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the exact same thing that I told Marcus and I told Paige. I love my husband more than anything in the world. There has never been a hurdle that we haven't been able to jump over, and I'm sure that there's never going to be one.
Kimberly, is that your final answer?
You got what you need there, monkey boy. Let's blow this popcorn stuff. Come on.
That's my final answer.
I've taken away the power bomb. The guy, he doesn't have a weapon. What's he
Nothing without the power bomb.
I mean, just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's just beat the shit out of the guy. It's 2-on-1. Yeah. And the thing is, what's he gonna do? Make us submit?
Right.
It's got nothing.
Right.
It's got nothing. It's in the bag.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Piece of cake.
I want you to stay here. I'm going to do this my way. I've got this for Bigelow. You stay right here. I don't want you and I don't need you out there. Stay here.
Fit!
What?
A hug for good luck. Come on, go get him, go get him.
Watch me.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
I think he picked his pocket.
Certainly did.
Private Brian Knobbs just appeared to pick the pocket of Finley as he's making his way into the arena to face the beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Relieved him of his wrench, as it were.
Keep in mind, tonight on this broadcast, in the caged heat steel cage, the new world's heavyweight champion as a result of the belt being stripped from Sid Vicious earlier tonight, Kevin Nash, Big Sid, and Ron Harris will meet in a three-way dance with the world title at stake. And guys, we heard earlier from Terry Funk and Arn Anderson. They told Sid that Sid not only has the support of everyone in the WCW locker room, but that Funk and AA have a plan.
A reinforcement. Something that Sid Vicious can rely on. We don't know who or what. We've heard the rumors. We know what everyone is guessing, what everyone is saying about what Terry Funk and Arn Anderson have in store for the New World Order. But we don't know officially. We've only heard the rumors. We'll find out later tonight exactly what that is.
Guys, I'm still amazed every time I see David Fit Finley in the ring in a wrestling match. And, you know, we've detailed it on so many occasions how Brian Knobbs is the one that sidelined Fit Finley for months. Doctors told him he would hardly even be able to walk again, let alone ever get back in a wrestling ring. And it seems as if Fit and Private Brian Knobbs have a little friction.
That was not proper respect shown by Private Knobbs backstage. Not only took the wrench away from Finley, very not unprofessional salute. A little sarcasm in that, yes, sir, we heard from Private Knobbs.
It runs a lot deeper than that. We have been told that the winner of this match would get a shot at the hardcore title at Super Brawl in San Francisco. As you see the hardcore champion watching on. So I think he took the wrench away because I don't think he wants to go in against the Sergeant. I think, and of course, going against Bam Bam is no walk in the park either, but I think he would rather stay away from Fit Finley, so I think he's trying to determine how the match comes out. Or health matters, at least.
Choose your poison. Do you want to face Fit Finley or do you want to face Bam Bam Bigelow in a hardcore match? Neither.
Well, neither, but if you're Brian Knobbs, maybe the lesser of two evils would be a Bam Bam Bigelow. If you're Brian Knobbs only.
And Fit Finley goes underneath the ring to bring a table out. Bam Bam Bigelow involved in quite a wild contest Monday on Nitro against Terry Funk. Talk about a match that went all over the building at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, and that one surely did. And now what is Finley? Wait a minute.
Oh, my.
You got to be kidding. This is well over 300 pounds, 340 of the beast from the east, and he's blocking it, and brought Finley back into the ring with the suplex.
Boy, did he dodge a bullet there.
Well, over 300 pounds, but nonetheless, so quick and so agile, diving headbutt off the top, Finley able to roll out of the way.
He's going for his pocket, and the wrench is not there. How about that?
The best laid plan of Finley. Boom! For the greeting from Asbury Park.
And the cover, and the 3 count because of Brian Knobbs.
He took the wrench out of his pocket prior to the contest, and I guess Brian Knobbs has his way.
So now it's Bigelow and Knobbs at Super Brawl for the hardcore title.
And I think Finley just realized what happened to him. Look at the Jumbotron. And listen to that horse laugh from Brian Knobbs, and see that he's flashing that wrench.
Oh, I'd hate to be Brian Knobbs when he got backstage.
And Finley is headed, well, it's a beeline to the backstage area. And the hardcore champion, Brian Knobbs, may be in serious trouble. It's up next. You're witnessing Caged Heat. It's being lowered into place. There you see it, high above the ring. The battle lines, well, they're drawn. The world's heavyweight title is on the line. Sid Vicious, he had the championship belt stripped earlier tonight. The cage being lowered into place. Sid gets another chance tonight at Thunder, but the odds are stacked against him. It's a 3-way dance. He must defeat Kevin Nash. Ron Harris is also involved in the match. And there he comes, Sid Vicious on his way to the arena. What's the plan that Terry Funk and Arn Anderson have in place? And there's the world's champion, Kevin Nash. He's got the belt. It was Monday night in Los Angeles, California, when against all odds, Sid Vicious earned the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship belt. But earlier tonight here on Thunder, he had that title not only stripped, but stolen away from him by the commissioner, Kevin Nash.
Who beats no one to become World Heavyweight Champion. He's the commissioner. He just made a power grab, literally.
And
this went down last Monday night.
This is the controversy involved when the referee ruled that Sid Vicious had defeated the wrong Harris brother in the Roadblock match. The referee put in the count. He counted Sid Vicious out of the ring. And as a result, earlier tonight, Sid was stripped of the title. Has there ever been, Tony Schiavone, a more undeserving world's champion than the man that is carrying the belt to the ring tonight in Commissioner Kevin Nash?
You gotta wonder what kind of man Kevin Nash is to do this to a man who overcomes just about everything, just about every roadblock anyone can throw in front of him. But you also got to realize that as commissioner, he has the ability to do this. I can only hope that tonight, WCW with Sid Vicious as its centerpiece, with Terry Funk and Arn Anderson as its heart and soul, can pull out all the stops and come away with reinforcements that will not only thrill us, but will help WCW prevail.
And listen to the stipulations that Commissioner Kevin Nash laid down for this Caged Heat World's title bout. Obviously, you see 3 men entering Caged Heat. It's a 3-way dance. Sid Vicious already in the ring. There's Ron Harris. There's Commissioner Kevin Nash. But in addition, Sid must defeat Kevin Nash. So in essence, this is a glorified handicap match. But Kevin Nash has also barred Sid Vicious from the use of the powerbomb on Kevin Nash.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable power grab by Kevin Nash, and it's starting off. This is 2-on-1, make no mistake about it.
Never before in the grand history of this world title, ever since 1905, has one man had to go through so much just to become the world heavyweight champion. They're getting padlocked, chained, and there's going to be no way.
Look at the size of that chain.
Yeah. They need to chain that size. Keeps the NWO out.
Look at the size of the chain. Look at the size of this steel cage. As Ron Harris out on the arena floor just sent Sid Vicious shoulder first directly into the steel.
This is the monster steel cage surrounding the ring, 3-4 feet outside the ring. And 2-on-1, Sid Vicious is trapped in this cage.
You know, I would normally say that if he wins, Sid Vicious would be more than deserving of being a world champ. But that fact's already known. That's a foregone conclusion here. This is just a mob scene is what it is. This is the NWO trying not only to keep the title, they're trying to make sure that Sid Vicious won't survive this thing and will be a thorn in their side for the weeks and months to come.
Total abuse of power, and directly in front of us here, Scott Hudson, you see Kevin Nash first taking Sid Vicious and just taking him by the back of the head and rubbing his face against the steel cage, and now Ron Harris puts the boots to him.
This is everything that is wrong with the New World Order. Now Ron Harris and Kevin Nash trying to convince us that Sid Vicious is less of a man because two behemoths are beating him up inside a steel cage.
Talk about undeserving. The fact that Commissioner Kevin Nash was able to strip Sid Vicious of that world's heavyweight title belt. Now they're going to send him again. Oh, across into the steel cage one more time. Guys, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. This is really what the New World Order was built on. Look at the size of that structure. It's incredible. All encompassing. Completely surrounds the ring with the steel top.
There is no way in and no way out. We saw the size of that chain bolting that door shut. And whatever reinforcements Terry Funk and Arn Anderson have, how are they going to help Sid Vicious?
But they were very confident, and they knew that it would have a top. They knew it would be padlocked. They knew it would be chained. And a very confident Terry Funk approached Sid Vicious. I want to tell you right now, this does not look good at all.
Well, you can have all the support of everyone in the WCW locker room, but all that support is not going to help you inside of caged heat when you're facing two men like Kevin Nash and Ron Harris.
Well, the talk of the support from the dressing room was just trying to motivate Sid Vicious. Terry Funk, who is as hardcore as anyone in the entire world knows, to be able to go in and put your life on the line, you got to be motivated. You got to be pumped up. The fact that Sid Vicious would even go back into this after he was jobbed to the world title here tonight says a lot about his heart and determination as well.
And all that motivation is well and good until the bell rings.
Especially when it's 2-on-1 in a steel cage. Ron Harris and Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, the commissioner, the leader of the New World Order. Ron Harris, the henchman. Oh, finally a pinfall.
Two in. Sid able to kick out. Now quickly, Kevin Nash goes for another cover. Sid kicks out barely at a count of one there, and again another cover. They go for the cover. It's a game pile. And he just, look at that. He kicked out with both Kevin Nash and Ron Harris going for the pin. There's frustration.
Well, do you blame him? It's 2-on-1. They've given him everything they've got.
And this is what Sid's got to do. He's got to keep fighting. And now the fans are behind him. They're chanting his name. Fight, Sid, fight!
Two in, off the elbow drop, another pinfall attempt, and another 2 count for Kevin Nash. And this crowd in Las Vegas, Nevada, firmly shows their support for Sid Vicious. They're on their feet, they're chanting his name, and Sid fights back with right hands.
He's got to get one. He's got to get one out cold. And obviously that one's going to be held so he can pin Kevin Nash.
That's the key. He must beat Kevin Nash to win the world's heavyweight title. And there's the low blow from Nash. And remember, the power bomb. One of Sid's favorite weapons has been outlawed. He cannot use the power bomb on Nash.
Oh my.
And that low blow, the great equalizer, put out the fire that Sid Vicious had going against Ron Harris and Kevin Nash.
It was a great display of guts, courage, and heart by Sid Vicious, but now, guys, it's the numbers game once again, and talk about an uphill struggle. This 2-on-1 battle is just too much for Sid.
Normally in a three-way dance, it's every man for himself. Forget about that.
The crowd here in Vegas definitely behind Sid Vicious. How can Sid overcome seemingly insurmountable odds? 2-on-1, and these are two green rookies. This is Ron Harris and Kevin Nash, two veterans who are, what, Kevin Nash 7 foot, Ron Harris at least 6'10". Oh, man.
And once again, they propel Sid shoulder first into the steel cage, and guys, right above us here, you can see that unforgiving steel has opened up the arm of Sid Vicious. Look at him talking over strategy. Now what do they have up their sleeves?
Yeah, they're doing more than talking over strategy. They're taunting Vicious.
Look at that. Look at Sid. He blocked it. He refused to go into the steel face first. Boom! And he just drove both of their heads together. And there goes Nash.
He's got Harris down. He needs to keep him down. Good move. He has separated them. He's got one on one corner, one all the way on the other side.
Kevin Nash is stunned across the ring. He's gonna try to take out Ron Harris so he can concentrate on Nash.
Ron Harris back into the cage, and now Sid Vicious is gonna roll him into the ring.
That may be a mistake. Keep him on the floor on the other side.
To the ropes.
Maybe not.
He's got him throttled. Can he take him up? And look at Kevin Nash coming in. Choke slam. Oh, and Kevin Nash in to break up any momentum that Sid may have had.
Look at Sid, though. Look at him. He is still in it.
The straps come down from Kevin Nash. Sid trying to fight him up. There's the crossface applied. He just tapped. He just tapped.
He won the thing.
Do you believe it?
Kevin Nash tapped out to the crossface.
Unbelievable.
He did it.
For the second time in a 48-hour time period. And with the odds firmly against him, Sid Vicious has recaptured the world's heavyweight title.
If ever one week has ever made a champion, it is this 1 week here in the month of January that has made Sid Vicious. What a man! What determination! What courage! Look!
Ric Flair! Ric Flair out to show his appreciation of the courage and the guts just displayed by the new and the undisputed world's heavyweight champion. And Flair looks on approvingly.
I would say this is reinforcement with the capital R guys to see Flair come out and point right at Sid Vicious.
You'll notice we did not see any NWO during that contest. That may be what the reinforcement's job was.
And I want to tell you what kind of man Ric Flair is. He walked to the entranceway, he applauded, he pointed at Sid Vicious, but he walked out, allowing the man who earned it to enjoy his moment by himself in the sun as the World Heavyweight Champion.
What a phenomenal effort from one Sid Vicious. Did Ric Flair just anoint Sid Vicious? Was that a passing of the torch? Sid is the world's heavyweight champion.